Hello everyone, today I want to share with you how I organize my kids' homeschool work for the week. And here we have our curious cat, 9 months old, lovey boy. He's walking around looking at my kids' advent calendars, the Lego Star Wars and the Friends for my daughter and Star Wars for my son. So I'm just getting ready to show you this big chaos on the living room floor right here, right in front of me. And so these are the things that I've been using for the past month. We're halfway through the school year, but I feel like I finally have a system figured out that will work for this year. I went to the store and bought these folders with these dividers that have the 2 pockets in the front and the back. And each divider is labeled by the day of the week. So I actually have Monday through Saturday because we decided to actually add an extra day to get ahead. And so this is my homeschool organizer that I have. I decide to just write down what we completed each day. Aside from those folders, I decided to get one of these divider envelopes. It is so helpful to have all of these things labeled and organized instead of having to go through all of these books and rip out the pages each week. So now I'm going to show you the work that my daughter has every day. And so the first part is math. I have her do 3 pages, both sides. And then we do spelling, you see. So both sides also. Math was math, you see. And this is explode the code. We do 2 pages of that also. And here I actually have her practice out of a old pre-K book just for her to review her letters. And this is from the curriculum of Learning Without Tears. One of them, I believe it's called Building Writers. So I actually had more that I didn't collect. So here you can see how easy it is to just go into that category, grammar. And so I also give her 2 pages, 2-sided. So she's actually going through 4 days of grammar in every day of homeschool. We're trying to speed up. Here's a fun activity I found as I was shopping. I came across this book which already has Christmas cards printed out and all they have to do is color. I definitely want my kids to continue coloring and working on those skills to strengthen their little fingers to make writing that much easier. And so I just take those pages out and I also add them to the back of her workload for that day. And then, this is important, you put it on a clipboard because that way they can refer to that guide to handwriting that came with spelling, you see. And so as soon as she's done with all those pages, she's done for the day with her worksheets. Here is my clipboard, which is also a storage container. And these are the stickers that come with the Spelling You See curriculum. That little book right there, that has the words for each of the spelling pages. At the end of each spelling page, I give them clues until they can figure out which of the stickers I was giving hints about, and so they love guessing. I put the coloring book, my Spelling You See, in that clipboard of mine, as well as I put sheets that they've completed on it to keep things organized. That was my daughter's reading book. She reads a book a day. And we also get some books from the library to learn about science in that way, not worksheets, but just having fun reading books. This one in particular goes into experiments, and it briefly goes over what engineering is about. Here we decided to do a unit study based off of our ethnicities, Mexico being my side and my husband's side being El Salvador. And so it's been a lot of fun getting to know where our family comes from. And here is part of our science curriculum. This book is really fun because of the flaps, and that was a funny surprise we stumbled upon. It's always funny when, you find those restroom words in these human body books. The information is not too much. It's really great for an introduction book. It's always fun for them to choose who's going to flip which flap. And that one is a fun thing that we're going to do. I'm going to do that DNA test as part of our ethnicity unit study. These are our Spanish flashcards that are really helping us to learn how to pronounce Spanish words and memorize different Spanish words. I found them online and I really like them. Here's some more information on that. So the next thing is another book that we're starting to go over, Dinosaurs. It's being a great introduction book about dinosaurs, and it's a lot of fun. I like how it makes these difficult topics into really simple things to understand. So here's how I put the rest of the work for Tuesday and Saturday. The worksheets go in the front, and on behind the worksheets goes the book. And so I also wanted to show you the other things that we do that's not labeled on our folder, but this is having to do with our Bible, our faith. This book, I got it because I wanted to have conversations with my kids about different character traits that I want them to learn. I want our family to live according to these virtues. And these stories were really interesting to my kids. They loved them. Here, you probably recognize this book. We're still going through it because I chose to go through it rather slowly. This year, we're going a little bit faster, 1 lesson per week. So the nice thing about this is that we're not just reading from this book, but it gives us a story that we can read from our other book, which we happen to have had already in our library. So we go to the story that they say to read that goes along with the attribute of God that we're learning. And so that's really fun. So one day we'll do one of those stories. The next day we'll read the other one. And then there's also a section where you can read the actual passage in the Bible, and I do like to do that. And then we listen, and my daughter likes to dance to the songs that they also recommend. Here's another thing that we do for our science curriculum. We read these fun books. I've been loving how they write these books from the Magic School Bus. I know they have the the videos on for kids to watch, but reading it is just a different experience. I love them. My kids are really into Star Wars, so my son has actually loved reading these books, and some of the words are a little hard at his level, but because he's so interested in the topic that he does not mind at all. I don't even require it. He chooses to add that to our to his reading time. So a little differently here with my daughter, I had all the pages out. So here I had to take out the pages. You're just seeing the covers of the books pretty much. And these are the books. This is what the books look like. So I took out the pages and I'm getting ready to organize them, put them in that filing organizer that I have. But before I do that, I wanted to get the lessons in order. And his pages are pretty much the same as my daughter's, but he is like the level before or a few lessons behind because I don't try to speed past where my son is at developmentally. Here's our other cat, Princess. Just a cat break, right? It's a lot of information. So here is his notebook, and these are the books that I do require him to read. He goes through 2 of the Bob books, and he's almost done. We're almost done with this. He can read those very easily, and I do like to finish the curriculum that I buy. So we're almost done. We'll be done with these books for sure in like maybe 2 months. So he just has those last books there. Here is a very cool thing that my husband did. He bought this furniture piece that allowed me to put all of my homeschooling curriculum and books in one place where I can easily access them. That's the vocabulary curriculum that I like to use, Wordly Wise. When we have more time, we go do that. I have the cards that go with that curriculum. It's also very enjoyable for my kids. I recommend it. So I decided to put those there. And so I'm still organizing things. Sometimes I'll put their things here, or sometimes I'll lay them out on a table. These are all the things that I want to get to. And if we don't finish it this school year, then we'll continue the next school year. So I love it. I love having all these things in the same place. Coloring books, math books, the next levels, Sadie's next book for her writing. On the other side, I put their reading books. So these are either read alouds or books that they will be reading next year or in a couple of years. These are the books that I want my daughter to be reading after she's done with that Billy B. Brown collection. And on the bottom here are my son's reading books that we want to get to as soon as he's done with his Bob books. On the bottom, I have some games and I'm still figuring things out. It's really late. My family's asleep and I was here organizing everything. So my cats are keeping me awake. My cat playing fetch with himself apparently. And yeah, that's pretty much it. These are all the book covers that I was able to go through and try to simplify it, make things a little easier, a little more organized. So I definitely recommend you do this like on a weekend, not like the night before, Monday. Definitely, take a couple of days to go through all those books, or as you buy a book, you might want to just tackle one book at a time so it's ready when you need it. And my cat says good night. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Here, I'm just going to leave what we're going to do for the next day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me a like to let me know that you like this kind of content and you want to keep seeing more videos on this channel. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.